welcome back to the Sparkle Flame podcast, where I'm still the young Tom, just for something completely different.
And I'm still the DJ, just in case you wanted some what's the word I'm looking for?
Context.
No.
Updates.
No.
Reverence.
Reverence.
I don't know.
I highly doubt that me being myself gives people reverence. Or is...
You don't know that.
No, I don't. Could be the case.
Probably is the case.
I highly doubt it, but it could be.
So, what's the topic for today?
I don't know. What is the topic for today?
I don't know.
It's one of those sort of days where there's no topic.
Yeah.
Well, the weather's shit.
The weather is pretty shit. Have you seen the weather lately?
Oh, yeah, mate, the weather's just,
Fucking weather, bro.
Hopefully we get some fucking rain, mate? Get the wheat growing. Nah, so I might be getting a new job.
Oh, yes.
On top of the job I already have.
Nice.
Just, splitting wood and shit and chipping up wood.
Okay. Sweet.
There's an old guy at the bar that I work at, and yeah, I don't know, he's just...
Is he the mumbling guy?
No, not Mumbling Dave. This is Brownie.
Oh, okay.
Brownie, who wears the Akubra hat and who looks like he's short as fuck.
Oh, shit.
And smokes without filters, and they're like half the length of a normal dart.
Oh.
So we'll like smoke twice as many darts, but they're only half the length.
Yeah.
And they got no filter in them.
So he's a normal smoker.
Yeah. Well, not normal in today's terms, because he's smoking darts which are like 2 centimeters long.
Equivalent of a normal smoker.
I wigged out because I was like, I thought it was a filter, because not only is it half the length, but he puts it half in his mouth. So it looks like he's got a filter in his mouth. And like...
That's fucked. He burned his fucking lip, surely.
Oh, no, he just holds it in there until he wants to smoke it. But like, he literally like puts it half in his mouth, so he's like, that... It must be fucked, but
That's grim.
But yeah, like one day I was like, because I ran out of filters, so I was like, oh, Brownie, do you have a filter? And the other guy was like, nah, Brownie doesn't, and he smokes filterless. I'm like, fuck off, I see this cunt with filters in his mouth all the time. And then I realised, like, oh no, those are just his little fucking chode-ass durries that he smokes.
That's hilarious. Oh no.
So I got pretty stitched up. But no, he's alright, so... Yeah, just go chip some wood with him and shit.
Oh, could be alright. What's the pay gonna be like?
$20 an hour.
Yeah, that's decent.
It's not too bad.
It's not complainable.
Yeah. And for just chipping the wood too, it's like,
I was watching this show the other night. I don't remember what it was called, but it was one of these fucking, like, renovation, restoration house fucking shows, right? And, there were these two guys who bought fucking basically a pair of shacks out in the Midlands of Tassie.
Yep.
And I can't remember where they were from. I'm not even sure if it was Tassie. But they were literally freezing fucking cold. Like, they hated it. And it was nice. Like, the sun was out and shit. And they were also, like, rugged. Like fucking with a woolen vest over their collared shirt, and then a big cunt jacket, and then fingerless gloves, and all this. Like, it was hilarious, man. This whole time I was sitting there with my friends just watching it, and like not watching it, but watching it.
Yeah.
And just basically paying out everyone on the show. And this one was hilarious because it was in Tassie, and it must have been up in the Midlands somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was these two gay guys, and they just hated the cold, man.
Where the fuck do they buy a house up in the middle of the mountains then?
Good price, I'm assuming. But yeah, it was literally like... Oh no, it must have been some old heritage shit, because there was a main house, and then a secondary sort of shed house, which they eventually joined together to make the new house.
Yep.
Then there was a barn down the back, and then there was a church.
On the same property?
On the property, right?
The
4 buildings on these 10 acres,
there.
yeah. So they fucking... I'm not sure what they did with the church, and they refurbished it for something. But yeah, they joined the other two houses together and made it alright. But this whole show just consisted of every cunt on the show making the most obvious statements possible.
Like what?
like, fuck, I'm gonna struggle to think of one that's like as obvious as they were coming up with, because my brain doesn't work like that. It was literally like, I don't know, like they'd be standing there watching the builders fucking knock out old brickwork and be like, I don't think we're gonna be able to move in anytime soon. Like, you just, like, you really can't, really.
Yeah, you just figured that out, you fucking nonce.
Yeah, and they wanted to keep all the corrugated iron on the roof as, like, part of the rustic feel of it, keep the originality of the house, but it was all rusty. And they wanted to collect drinking water of it as well. So they had to make this big, massive compromise of removing all this rusty sheet metal. Because, I don't know, it was just the way it was fucking set up was ridiculous. And these other cunts that had their house burned down, they said the only thing that, like, the thing that survived the fire and was basically unscathed was the pool.
Really?
Which was lucky.
Really? The pool survived. I wonder why that is.
Me too, bro. I couldn't fathom why the pool would have survived the house fire.
Couldn't fathom.
Man, fucking, I don't know. It was entertaining and frustrating at the same time, you know, these shows.
Yeah.
But I was getting kicks out of it, for sure.
Jesus. I was just thinking, there would be a way around that shit, if they wanted to collect drinking water, but wanted to keep the rust. If you just got that plastic shit that, you know, formed the same way corrugated iron is, and laid over the top of the rusty roof, then you could collect water off it, and still have it sort of look rusty.
Yeah, I guess. But they wanted to insulate it. Like, they wanted to make it a house, and it was literally a corrugated iron roof on framework.
Oh, fuck.
And they were upset about having to remove it. Like, that was the bit I thought funny. Like, it was this unforeseen circumstance.
Yeah, like, even my idea just then, it's got holes in it, because eventually it's going to, you know, get shit on it, and you might as well just get new corrugated iron.
Yeah. 100%.
Dumb cunts.
That was good. It was hilarious. I enjoyed it. Oh, and these other cunts had this fucking Italian marble that they had to have as one of their feature walls. And the bigger problem with the first batch that they ordered was, like, the grain wasn't diagonal.
On marble.
On the marble. So, like, all those sheets that had all the grain was just going like this. They wanted it to go like this.
Yeah.
So they had to get all these extra big sheets and then cut them down to size. And it was like a third of the budget for their entire house with just one sheet of marble.
That's fucked.
Insane, bro. Cunts be way too rich.
Like, yeah, what type of budget were we talking about?
Oh, no, it wasn't even that big, man. It was, like, probably the same that Mum paid for her house.
Yeah, well, that's fucked then. Surely just compromise and be like, well, if it has to be diagonal, then let's do something else.
Oh, no, I think they were the ones that wouldn't tell. Like, they refused to say how much. It was like, it cost a little bit more than our original budget, but it didn't exceed something else. And it's like, bro, that didn't tell me anything. Like,
But
you clearly spent way more than you wanted to, and you're just embarrassed. It cost you $100,000.
Was this a couple that were doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's dangerous.
A third of their budget.
Like,
one marble wall.
When you're doing that, you got to have one which is off the rails and is like, oh yeah, we'll spend fucking 10 grand on a slab of marble, and then the other one has to step in and go, you're fucking crazy. Stop spending that. We don't need to do that shit.
Yeah, it wasn't even like it was easy. They had to go on a 3-day road trip to Italy.
Jesus.
To go and pick it out themselves.
See, that's fucked. Those cunts, like, that's not going to work. They're just going to go bankrupt too fast.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Even if the house was like $600,000 to rebuild it, that means $200,000 went to that marble.
Jesus.
A third of the entire build's budget.
Yeah, like what did the house look like it was worth?
Not much more than that.
Jesus.
Like, it was kind of retro. That was what they were going for. They were trying to fucking bring back the
oh, but
50s
we need a
and
slab
60s
of marble.
Well, that's what was in the house originally, right?
Oh, right.
So they had to get the exact same marble.
Yep.
Which cost them fucking pockets worth. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was fucking, like, on my seat going, are you serious?
Well, yeah, like, if it's something like that and they're actually trying to make it look original, then they probably went in thinking they'd have to splash some money around. Still, that is a lot of fucking money.
And the fact that he admitted they went over budget but refused to say what any of the figures were, their original budget or their final price or anything.
Yeah. Probably means that he spent way fucking too much.
Yeah, right. And there's a little triangle bar, which could probably fit half a dozen glasses on it if you set them all closely together.
Fucking hell.
Tiniest bar of all time. I don't know, it's just one of them ones.
What's the point of having a bar in your house?
So you can, like, be a host.
But, like, you motherfuckers don't have tables.
It's more class than pouring in the kitchen or some shit, okay? The alcove. Whereas if there's a bar there, it's like, oh, this is sophisticated. You're meant to do this.
Encourages people to drink more.
Socially.
Yeah, socially.
In your own home.
Yeah, fucking alkies. There's such thing as socially drinking. No, there is, but...
Yeah, I socially drink.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
It is, but, like, I don't know.
I think I've got 3 types of rum sitting on my shelf there. I won't drink that until someone comes around and is like, you want a drink?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
Wouldn't want a drink.
I got, like, fucking shit at home, but I don't just sit there and drink.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. But it's when motherfuckers hide behind social drinking, like, they hide their, like, alcoholism behind it.
Yeah, I'm just social drinking with my friends every day.
Yeah. At 9 in the morning.
Yeah, pre-drinks before social drinking.
Fucking hell.
That's fucked. If you have pre-drinks before the social drinking, sort your life out. Have a word with yourself.
Jesus, man.
Coming from the guy who persistently wakes and bakes every day this year, pretty much.
Well, it's a bit different, because...
Except for right now.
Yeah, that's different, because you can still sort of function. I mean, some people can function drunk, but they'll never be...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
I mean, yeah, like, people who are alcoholics tend to drink more and more alcohol because they like it being drunk. Whereas stoners don't. Stoners will pick a persistent amount and just stick to it. To the point where they're not even feeling high anymore. It's just like a daily medication that you're using.
Yeah.
Most cunts anyway. Some cunts will smoke more and more and more. Try and get the strongest possible weed out there so they can always have that brand new stone feeling. Yeah. But that's going to ruin your brain.
Yeah, it's until eventually they're just doing like wax and shit. And it's like, it's not that far off meth. Just
right.
Just
like 98% crystalline THC and shit.
So it only works if like if you have a little bit. It's kind of the same with drinking, because like you can have a couple drinks and
Well, see, I don't mind having a drink if I'm going to record, because like obviously I'm in this room and sound is amplified when you speak in the room. But like I always sort of just assume that means everyone else can hear me as clearly as I can hear me. It's totally not the case. Like I can play like music in here quite loud and then walk outside and barely be able to hear it. But yeah, having a drink is just sort of like it makes me more energetic. It makes me more willing to use a full-on voice as opposed to just sort of like rapping at half effort. You need to be able to like get lost in it and just launch yourself in fucking bars. Be absorbed in the whole thing until the end of the track. Because you can hear when cunts aren't.
No, you can.
There's just a lack of conviction in the bars. Maybe if you've written a bar that you think is semi-corny and it has to be delivered with full energy to make it not corny.
Yep.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
that's a lot of bars are full corn if you just take them at face value.
That's it. It's all about... That's what Chillin' It does well. Because all these bars, they're corny.
Corn City bars, but well delivered.
Yeah, really well delivered. Like, delivery's where he shines.
Yep, 100%. I'll agree with that.
And like, if he was delivering them any other way, motherfuckers wouldn't look twice at him.
No, it's the energy behind it. Cunts like that. That's a scientifically proven thing.
Yeah. People
like performances where the performer is exhibiting lots of energy. That's why football's such a popular thing, because cunts go hard on the footy field.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, you go and see like a metal band live, and cunts are literally like burning their vocal cords to perform for you, and you're like, this cunt is going hard. What a mad cunt.
It's something I'm trying to do better is get the energy and delivery of my shit a bit better.
There's two things I do, like, to get myself in the mindset. One is, like, imagine I'm speaking directly to a person or a crowd. When I'm rapping into the mic, I'm imagining this is the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's, like, I'm speaking and I'm on stage, and people are actively judging me live. So I have to kill it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just, like, reiterating my own personal belief in what I'm saying. Because if you believe what you're saying, it's going to come out sounding confident. But if you don't, you think, oh, that's a bit fucking...
Yeah.
I'm having a go here. Like,
that's another problem too. I don't even know, like, what I'm saying overall. So I can't really get excited about it because I'm just... Most of the time it's just shit. Like... And, you know, you can get excited about shit, but only to a certain degree.
I'll break it down to, like bar for bar segments then, because each bar will make sense within itself, even if you switch topics to the next bar. But, like, within that bar, commit to saying what you're actually saying and, like, believe it. Because this track I did most recently, which is currently called 96 Bars, because I don't have another name for it. Yeah, that's sort of, it's similar to Rap for Days, in the sense it just goes and goes and goes. And, like, there's 3 or 4 topic changes, right? So I've got to, like, I don't know, you put yourself in the position, like, you imagine a scenario where you would say that in real life.
Yeah.
And they just full imagine that.
I think your best track with the best delivery to date is the 48 bars.
Okay.
Like, yeah, the delivery on that was really good.
I think I was on mushrooms when I recorded that.
Well, fucking, yeah. No, you should spit over more beats like that, because that's fucking dope. I still think that's one of your best tracks.
Yeah, I've got a beat that's really similar to that, which I made. I've got no idea what to rap on it, though.
Just chat shit.
That's heavy trap, though. I'm sort of trying to veer away from trap at the moment, because I did so much.
When?
Mainly 27.
I suppose.
Bit in low life.
But that's not like... That's not trap.
What would you call it?
I don't know. Trap with your twist on it.
Okay. Yeah, but everything's it with my twist on it when I'm doing it. Boom bap is boom bap with my twist.
And yeah.
What defines trap then? Is it the flow or the beat?
It's the beat. Definitely. Because you can use a trap flow on a boom bap beat as well.
So trap is half time with the snare on the third count. Generally has lots of 808s, double time hats, half time snare. Anything else is pretty much open to interpretation. A lot of lo-fi sounding things, but maybe like a really sharp sort of Dr. Dre key. Do 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 do.
I suppose. I don't know. I'm not even entirely sure what classifies as trap.
Most trap is in a minor key. That's a thing. You barely hear any major trap.
But you got to take into account what actually makes trap, and then what has become part of the trap culture and is now just used by the majority of the people who make it. Because, like, I was under the impression that most subgenres of hip hop were categorized by the BPM. Because boom bap's 90.
Yeah.
You know, drill and grime's 140.
Yep, so trap's 120.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I'm not entirely sure if that's the case.
Yeah, no, that is a relatively universal rule.
And then, like, everything, you know, as long as it's that BPM, it can pretty much pass as trap.
So, yeah, okay.
As long as it, you know, it sounds, you know, like it. I've been listening to a shit ton of motherfuckers on High Focus. You know, High Focus, yeah.
Heard of, but remind me.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's a label from the UK. Like, Ocean Wisdom, Dirty Dyke, Jam Baxter I've been getting super into.
Okay.
And, you know, like 4 Hours, all those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all on High Focus. I'm not sure about Ocean Wisdom anymore, but all those other motherfuckers definitely are.
Yeah, okay.
And
so
tremendous.
that style.
Yeah.
That's how grimy.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's more boom bap. Like, there's a little bit of grime on there, but like, for the majority, it's fucking boom bap on.
Okay, let me rephrase. Boom bap beats, yes.
But yeah,
Flow style,
grimy, definitely. Yeah.
Like with the carryover bars and shit into the 5th count.
Yep.
Where the rhyme sits on the like counts 2 and 5.
Yep.
That's such a grime thing.
And not even grimy in that sense either. Grimy is as in like all of those motherfuckers are grimy. Like they're fucking, you know, it's all, especially like, well, fucking all of them. They're all fucked. Like
Yeah.
Like some of the Dirty Dyke is like the motherfucker who stands out to be the, like, you know, the fucked up cunt.
The fucked one.
But yeah, he's like, man,
like bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know, different vibe, but still same level of fucked upness. Like one of my favourite quotes is, "Your pussy's looking like a bacon and cheese wrap."
Wow.
Yeah, just that really nice imagery.
Yeah, fuck.
But nah, fucking yeah, I was listening to them all this morning. Fucking there's Jam Baxter's the dude that I've really been getting into because he's got some dope fucking shit. That's the dude that I sent you the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And and Dabbler, he's fucking dope.
Alright, Dabbler.
But they actually, Dabbler, Jam Baxter, and another guy called Ghost Town all have a group called Dead Players.
Okay.
And they got some dope shit.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I listened to like 6 or 7 of their tracks this morning. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I'll chuck one on that's dope as fuck after this. But I need to get on Insta more. There's more shit. There's so much shit on Insta, man. Like, it's so much different to like all the other social media sites. 100%. But Dyke, he's doing this thing on Insta where because like it's you know how shit goes when like someone posts something and it it evolves into other things.
Yeah.
Well, like because as well as rap, he's super into graph, and so he'd post videos of because like in the suburb where he lives, there's a shit ton of mattresses, like old abandoned mattresses on the street. So he'd go and just tag the mattresses with mattress related puns. And then post them on Insta.
That's fucked.
There was one like he just wrote like there was a bunch of different ones. There was like, in the end, nothing really mattress. Like the wind in the pillows. Like thanks for the memory foam. Like it was just
that's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, no. But his fucking stories are so good, man. Like this morning, the cunt was like, he's like, oh, you know what? Why can't you just go to the fucking store and get 2 eggs? You gotta get like 6 eggs. What if you're going away and you're just like, I fancy a couple of eggs for brekkie, but then you gotta fucking leave the other 4 in your fridge and shit? And then motherfuckers were like messaging him and being like, you can buy 2 eggs at this place, and then he's like, and some guy's like, I bet I can get 2 eggs faster than you can in the next hour. And then he went into the shop and took out 2 eggs from the carton and just walked out with them. And and he just walks, he's got them in his hands and he just waves at the dude at the end, like, and just walks out of the shop with them.
That's right.
And he's like, see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about in this fucking country. He's like, I have to resort to being a fucking low-life criminal just because I want a couple of eggs for brekkie and shit like this. And like, yeah. But he's got some fucking funny-ass shit on his stories, man.
That's funny. Speaking of graph, I did have this fucking mad idea the other day. You know how cunts paint over graph, right?
Yeah.
With like and it leaves a fucking patch.
What do you mean?
On the wall. Like like say if it's a white wall, they'll come off with like not the same white and just paint over it.
Oh, yeah, just like a buffing
patching,
out with
right?
something else, yeah.
What if I started doing that? What if I made my tag a big off-color square?
Yeah.
It would never get removed.
This is fair.
I think that's fucking hilarious because like cunts go out of their way to fucking clean graph, but it never makes it look better.
Yeah.
It almost always makes it look worse. But if I was to do that, they wouldn't come and fix it. Just go fucking grab a couple of different colour cans and find walls of the same colour. You've got green can, green wall. The green's not going to match.
Yeah.
There's no way. You'd have to be so lucky to get it to match.
This is the thing. You'd have to have consistency for it to be recognised as yours. So
I'm not even worried about recognition. I'm still for the lols.
But how are people gonna know it's a joke if it looks too similar?
No, they won't. But I will.
Yeah, right.
And other people I tell will.
See, this is my thinking. Either you keep them the same size shapes or squares.
Yep.
And do them to closely related colours to whatever wall you're doing them on.
Yep.
Or you have a relatively neutral colour, but something the government would never use. So like, because they always use, whites, greys.
Off-whites, yeah.
Not really black, but yeah, it's usually whites and greys. Just because most of it's on concrete, or then if it's a specific already painted wall.
Yeah.
But if you were to have something like very specific shade of colour and then put that up, no matter what wall it was, then that would also be a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, an idea for a specific shape might be just like a long strip like this and then another square box up here that's slightly off-centered. Do that every time to be recognised soon enough. But yeah, one of my mates had this idea and I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. You don't actually have to have a tag for it to be a tag.
Mm-mm. It has to be recognisable. Mm. And yeah, I wasn't even thinking of the recognition aspect, but it's fully achievable.
Yep.
I was just thinking like you could go and do a box and it never get painted over. And you can see it every time, like, haha.
Well, there's a dude in America who's part of MSK, which is like one of the biggest fucking piecing crews in America and probably the world. Revoke. And he's got fucking dope shit, like he's an absolute fucking killer.
Mm.
But he's moved out of graffiti a fair bit and into a bunch of other stuff. Like, spirographs?
Mm.
Yeah, so he does really scaled up spirographs.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Like a couple meters wide.
Yeah.
And builds the whole contraptions for him. Like, what he'll do is he'll have, 10 spray cans all chucked into this, into a line and hooked up with a bar, so when you press the bar, it sprays all of them at once.
Yep.
And he'll hold it on its side and go along a wall and, go and then back up and then back in and down and it'll have all these parallel lines, but they'll be perfect parallel.
Yeah.
And, he'll do them in fades or whatever. But he did this over buffed out squares and shit. So he was actually using the buff as the background and then putting that over. But then it sort of got a bit more like I don't know. I think he just got obsessed with fucking buffed out patches. Because people using buffed out patches for fills has been a thing for ages. You go in and you'd actually...
If there's a decent buff, it's basically a new canvas.
Yeah, but you'd change your... You changed your the structure of your piece to fit around the buff, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't even bother with doing that. He just it's like, because there's a trend in art where the more skill you get, the more simplified your work gets.
Yes.
And it's and he just started going there really fast because he'd just start posting all these pictures of buffed out squares, and he'd be like that's the artwork now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so, and this is the thing. Once you realize, because if you just posted that one day, people would be like, "What the fuck is this?" But because you know the context, it actually has value.
Yes.
So when this motherfucker posts like a picture of like, you know, a weird shaped buff, you'd be like, I know what that is. And it's dope. I like that.
Yeah, it's a very fucking interesting concept.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's like an awesome way around getting your pieces cleaned, if you can make them look like buffs.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know. Unless it's actually like so close to a buff, you're still going to probably get gone over.
You'd find the balance where it's
Yeah.
recognisable to other graphers, but not recognisable to council members.
Yeah, that's the sweet spot.
Fucking hell. Tricky. Bought a camera off Messi,
Oh, yeah.
so I have that now.
Decent.
So I can film all the footage.
Fuck yeah. We should film a video soon. You got a tripod?
I do.
You got I don't know. What else do you need?
Motivation to live.
Yeah. Do you have the motivation to live?
Mostly.
It's always good.
I've got shit to mix, actually. I keep putting it off because I'm a master procrastinator.
Damn.
And it's 96 bars.
That's a lot of
And there's
bars.
no hook, so I can't even, like, duplicate any of my work. It's all got to be done. Because once you do a hook, you can pretty much just copy the hook over.
Yep.
Or at least the backings and shit. Maybe you want the main vocal to be different just for the realism effect.
Yep.
But all your dubs you can do multiple times. So it just means one set of cleaning, one set of breath removals, one set of compression, one set of fucking noise floor, and then bang, 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 bang. Done. I need ideas to film as well.
Fuck yeah, I've got ideas for days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see the clip I did for Messi?
I think so.
There's a lot of, like...
Is that the one where he had the noose?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of tricks, like camera tricks, I want to start utilising.
Yep.
Like the one where you move the camera closer and zoom out at the same time, or vice versa. So, like, the subject stays still, but the whole environment sort of does this big warping effect.
Yep.
I want to do that. That's dope. I did a little bit of it in that video because I had a couple of big swoop-in shots. I was able to just, like, pan out digitally while the actual camera shot was swooping in. So just, yeah. It's like the field of vision changes, but the subject stays the same within the shot. It's a really cool effect. Other than that, other than like actual techniques for filming, I don't have any ideas for shots or locations or like choreography of action.
Yep.
Nothing. A couple of keywords in the latest song I have. There's one about eating curry, so I kind of wouldn't mind having a big fucking pot of curry in front of me for like, even if it was just like a snippet shot that I could chuck in there.
Yep.
Not necessarily the whole video with me rapping over some curry. That's a bit much, but
Yeah.
yeah, even if it was just like a couple of seconds, get some footage of someone who's made a curry, and I can just fucking stand over it staring at it and be like, yo.
I think what you need to start to do is get better sets. Because, like, the majority of them, you know.
We don't have sets, we just go out and find cool locations.
Yeah.
That's the entire thing.
Right, simplify the sets then. Like, just have them different. Because they've all been pretty much the same, like, and all your videos are pretty similar in, you know, in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't know, I'll always just like go to simplistic things. Like, I've got an idea for a video, like, just have like a black background and then have a lit cigarette sitting on something, and then have the smoke in slow motion, and then, you know, have that as the B-roll shit, and then you can, you know, do that whole thing with like, get that sort of distortion where it jumps in and out really fast, like, you know, and yeah, do something like that, like flash transitions and shit like that into like, you'll have that as the B-roll and have you or the person rapping like in some place with a similar color palette. I don't know, like, But I think that'd be cool, because, yeah.
I might chuck this video on, we'll sit here and watch it for a sec. And then you can fucking critique it. Yeah, I was experimenting with slow-mo and shit in this clip as well.
Yeah.
With that, see the panning shit.
Yep. I like that. That shot on the ground with the noose isn't bad. This is the thing.
Yes.
I don't know how many times Messi actually looked at the camera there, but it feels really like disconnected. Like, I think he needed to make more eye contact with the camera and have maybe some of the shots stringed out a little bit longer where he's actually looking at the people.
Yeah, okay. Like which shots? Like ones like this? Like the backdrop one with the light?
Nah, more ones where he's closer to the camera. Like, that one wouldn't work because there's no light on his face.
Yeah, that's very shadowy.
But
let's go right back to like these ones.
Yeah, that one could have been a little bit longer and had him looking at the camera, maybe with his glasses off. That one there, where he's chasing the Maccas, that could have been shot a bit better. Like, could have had him in frame more. Even have him lying down maybe. And use the trick, zooming the camera out and have him like crawling maybe. That could have been a better shot.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, true.
It's like zoom it out as he's crawling so it looks like you're moving back, but still have him moving a little bit.
Yeah, I should have done the pan zoom out. That would have made it.
Just because you always really want most of the person in shot when you're doing it. Yeah, some of those ones there. If you had another light on the front of him.
Yes. We're getting into lighting. Messi's got himself a portable generator and he's trying to find decent lights that we can actually take out, because that's the next thing, obviously.
Yeah.
This particular shot here was nice because of the overcastness.
Yeah, really, that's a really good one.
Some of these other ones where it's a bit bright, it's just way too much contrast.
See, that one there
shot.
would have been good if he was looking at the camera.
Well, this noose one.
Yep.
He is, though. He's got sunnies, you can't tell.
Yeah, but, yeah. Alright, that's fair.
I feel like he's looking at the camera for the most part, because he usually does, except for those little bits where he's like taking a breath to the side.
That one would have been good if he didn't have sunnies on.
No.
But overall, it's still a good video.
Yeah, I did a lot of experimenting with B-roll in this, and slow-mo. I'm a massive fan of slow-mo.
Yeah, same. Fuck yeah, man. We need to sit down and do a fucking video.
What's your favourite video that I've done?
What was the... There was one where you were sitting at a table across from yourself. That wasn't bad.
None shall know. That's probably my favourite one.
That's not bad. I don't know.
This walk in the park came together well for what it was. The one at fucking Lower Crackpot.
Yeah.
I thought that was just going to be fucking...
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I mean, it came out better than I thought it would. You know what I mean? Because it's literally just me walking around Lower Crackpot being a fried.
Yeah. That shot.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, with this double time bid. I do not rep brands. I don't give a damn about this rep brands. Or whatever the fuck that photo is.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much all that.
Yeah.
But I don't mind how that came together. A lot of the camera movement actually makes it because it's a bouncy song. Like...
Yeah, no, it's not bad. Not gonna lie, I don't overly fuck with that song.
True. Okay.
Just, like, it's good, it's just like, some of the double time and triple time isn't... No.
It isn't as tight as you'd like it to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But, you know, obviously, it's fucking triple time and double time, so I understand that it's not gonna be tight as fuck.
Yeah, look, no, I actually hear you. I think I lost the recordings to that, so I had to re-record it.
Yeah.
Same with, Not a Gangster, I had to re-record that one as well, and both times it was not as tight as the first version I recorded, so I was never quite happy with it.
You know, that promo... Those promo bars that Fusion and Pseudo Lucid did, that was fucking... That double time was on point.
Yeah, that's pretty tight, isn't it?
That was fucking pretty good. Not a fan of the end sort of chorus bit, but...
See, that's the bit that gets stuck in my head. That's the bit that makes me want to go back and learn the rest so it's out of my head. Two to the dope, Lou to the Sid.
Yeah, I don't know, it just, like, sounds so out of place to me.
That's a promo.
Yeah, Still.
They only do like 2/8 each, and then an outro hook.
Yeah.
But yeah, Az is really coming along nice with his double time.
Yeah,
Every
definitely.
single time I hear him do it, it's like, you're a little bit better, dog.
Yeah,
You
that's it.
piece of.
Yeah, those motherfuckers will blow up, I reckon.
Yeah, right. 100%.
Yeah, they got mad potential.
To get back on my game.
Both.
Contest these fools.
You can't let them win. Everything's a competition.
It is.
Healthy competition, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Healthy competition.
But also, fuck Pseudo Lucid.
Yeah, and their shit.
Nah.
I am better.
Well,
Speaking of which, I've got a collab with them which we have to release.
Damn, I'm keen for that. Fuck. Wait, how long ago was it recorded?
Fucking while.
Not as keen. If you recorded it, yes, that would have been alright. The hype's real.
Yeah, no, it's, yeah.
Because, as good as Pseudo Lucid are, they got good fast. Like, their shit from a year ago is not bad.
Mm.
Were they even a thing
Yeah.
a year ago?
Yeah, it would have been a fucking year since we did this track. Like,
Yeah.
I remember talking about it at a gig after we'd recorded it.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, well, like, they definitely weren't bad back then, but they are a lot better now. So.
I wonder where that track is. It'll be somewhere. Blood.
Yeah, I'd be keen to hear it.
It's called Blood, and it's definitely not there. Huh. That's weird. All of those are there. I don't know where this track is. Oh. You know what? That's because I didn't mix it. Fusion did.
So he's got it.
So he's had, yeah. But I should have a sample of it. Bloodstain, no. Just blood. What is... What?
Get fucked on.
Okay. Okay, I don't have it.
Yeah. Hey, did that Bloodstain Nike's thing?
Mm.
I never actually saw Butter's performance. Did he do it?
I don't know. Fuck knows.
Because the show went ahead, didn't it? That one in Hobart.
There was something that happened with that. Yeah, you bring it up.
I'm pretty sure it happened because they definitely came, like, TPW came down here. I'm pretty sure they did the show.
Yeah, no, they did. I think so. I just wasn't there.
I don't ever remember seeing Butter's verse.
No, I think he did do it.
Yep.
I seem to remember he did.
Man, that's roided. I can't believe... Like, it wasn't bad. His one wasn't bad, but it was as better, man. I think
it was the production.
because
that was one of the criteria. If it's a well-produced, well-recorded track, it's more likely to win.
I think it was production.
And, like, fucking... I think Rowdy did his video.
Yeah, the video was good. Like, yeah, definitely had a better video than you.
Yeah, I know.
But as far as the bars go...
Did I even have a video for that one?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, it was literally recorded on my phone one. That's right, because I went all out for the Get Your Bars Out one. I made a proper video for that, recorded on a mic and shit, but I didn't do it for the Bloodstain Nikes one. I just did a phone recording. So that'll be what?
Damn, gotta step the game up.
Actually, that video I did for Get Your Bars Out, I don't mind that one. That came together well, because it's just 2 sets of footage cut back and forth with a whole bunch of camera tricks.
Yep.
I thought that was cool.
I like the style of the video, but the light could have been better.
Yeah, okay.
Like, just because of, like, the contrast is a bit intense, like, with the light coming through the window and through the flag there. See, that looks good there. Because hasn't got that overexposed light coming in.
Yeah, because it's right at the edge here. It got cut out with that crop.
Yeah. I think if you'd cropped it down a bit, maybe, or even just, put something over the windows, it would have looked really good. Even got it as dark as possible and had one light on your face.
Yeah, maybe we should just put a vignette on it. That would have done that.
Maybe.
Would have given it the darker border it needed.
You still would have had that overexposed light coming through, though. That might have fucked with shit, but... Alright, well, do you want to end this podcast? Because I need to take a piss.
Yeah, alright. We've got the tap happening. That
That'll-
picks up really bad in recordings.
Yep. Well, have fun with the tap, people.
Yeah, tap outro.
I've got to tap out.
Got to tap out. There we go. Tap cut out.
Yeah, fuck you, tap. You can probably hear us here. Fuck you, motherfucker. I don't record a podcast.
Yeah, right. What the fuck? Interrupting with your shit.
Yeah, Jesus. What, you need water? What is this?
Yeah, I can cut it out.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, alright, we'll cut that.
We'll cut that.